Back in the 60s, there was an anti-war song called "Where Have All the Flowers Gone?" That period was also the heyday for the air-cooled Volkswagen Beetle. That Beetle was sold in the US until 1979. The original design, which started as the People's Car Volkswagen in Germany in 1938, was replaced with the new Beetle in 1998. The fresh, new design really made the career of Jay Mays, who became a rock star among car designers. The front-engine, front-wheel drive new Beetle had a great outdoor advertising campaign, including billboards that said things like, "More power, less flour." Speaking of flower power, the new Beetle even came with a bud vase.
It's kind of cool. They're trying to make it more masculine, hence no bud vase. That was actually the first question a friend of mine had. Does it have a bud vase? And I guess the implication being that men don't like flowers or buds or bud vases.
The bud vase is widely cited as one example of why the new Beetle became a so-called chick car. Another factor cited was the delay in the introduction of a turbo version of the new Beetle. Chick car is a term widely used in the car business for a vehicle that women love, but many men won't even consider. It's sort of like the automotive version of the Notebook.
Powerful, masculine, authentic. And their path is the road to success.
In other words, VW wants guys to buy the 2012 Beetle. If they could have put a heads-up display image of Brooklyn Decker or Power Tools on the windshield, they would. Lord knows what type of subliminal sense they would have used. But back to reality. All the press materials for the 2012 Beetle mention the word masculine.
Yes, I know it will appeal more to guys based on all the equipment changes that we've done, offering the turbo engine, the bigger wheels, the sports suspension, the sports seats. Just, yes, it will appeal more to guys.
Real World Test Drive asked the folks at VW if the last generation was called the new Beetle, what are they going to call this one? The new Beetle?
Just the 2012 Beetle.
As part of the Beetle's testosterone injection, VW is releasing the 2012 Beetle with an optional turbocharged engine that gives the bug 200 horsepower. While driving the normally aspirated 2012 Beetle through the Virginia countryside, we noticed a few things. It's peppy, but there's also more wind noise than we'd expect at highway speeds. Then again, VW is particularly proud of the high-end Fender sound system. That super stereo will drown out all but the strongest gusts.
Yeah, well, we have the Fender sound system, which is unique to VW. And when you get Fender, you have a separate subwoofer in the back, 400 watts. So it sounds really good.
Also, while the first generation Beetle practically drove itself to the nearest rock concert, the 2012 was more interested in finding spas. From heated seats to a navigation system and a panoramic moonroof, this Beetle is more massage than mosh pit. The interior fit and finish was excellent, with the exception of the side door pockets that were more like a thong than a pocket. In other words, lots of things slipped out that shouldn't have. While we're on the topic of the interior, there were a lot of rocker panels, in other words, blank buttons on the center console. Since this vehicle appeared really loaded, we couldn't figure out what the extra buttons would be for. We asked Corey Prophet at Volkswagen, and Corey said the extra buttons were for technology that may be offered on the Beetle in the future, such as self-park, blind spot detection, smart cruise control, and a backup camera. More than 22.5 million Beetles have been sold since its introduction in 1938. By the way, production of the original air-cooled rear-engine Bug continued in Mexico until 2003. The base Beetle with a 170 horsepower 2.5-liter gasoline engine starts at a shade under $19,000. The Beetle with that engine will get 22 miles per gallon in the city and 29 on the highway.
We want to keep the same customers that we have. We don't want to alienate anybody. So we've taken what we've had from before, which was the one engine, and now we offer more versions. We have the turbo, we have the TDI, we have the sportier look. So it's just broadening who was buying the car before. So we hope it appeals to everybody.
The 2012 Beetle will get you from 0 to 60 in 8.2 seconds with the automatic transmission. The price as tested with the heated seats, panoramic moonroof navigation, and lots of other stuff was $24,000. In Reston, Virginia, I'm Grant Winter reporting for Real World Test Drive.